Okay, perfect. Okay. Good start.
Richard, où est Megan? Des nouvelles?
Son implant GPL indique qu'elle se déplace dans les labos de microchimie. Je crois qu'elle court.
Merde, la défaillance a dû toucher un équipement vital. Vous l'avez en visuel?
J'essaie, mais les Intellicams ne répondent plus. Quelque chose crée des interférences. Il faut que vous alliez voir, Jensen. Vite!
Richard? Richard?
Alright, so far it seems fine. Also, yeah, okay. Wasn't sure if the mic is gonna pick up my voice if I'm talking softly, but it does. So everything's good. Let's see, how many tries do we need today? For the first attempt, obviously. And 1, 2, or 3. First, hey, so 1. Now, besides the misgrab at the start, it's an okay-ish prologue, so I can't complain. Inside ourselves. Hello, Maggie. Hey, VR Banana. Thank you very much for the good luck, and yeah, I'm doing better now. I had a lung infection. I don't know if I still have, maybe, but at least I feel fine. Like, I feel like normal again, so that's nice. I mean, a bit of a sour throat, but I think that's just due to the weather. You sound better, at least. I feel better as well, so it's not only that I sound better, but I feel better as well, so that's good to hear. I still have a rest day tomorrow, basically. The dark times lung infection. I don't know if it's dark times, but it has been a very long time since I got sick like this. Like the last time was like 3-4 years ago, where I got a ear infection. But since then I haven't had anything like this. But any case, since the doctor gave me like 2 extra days from basically when I stopped taking the medication, so he said like, yeah, if you feel better, then it's good, just take those 2 extra days to properly rest after taking the medicine, and if you still feel worse, then take those 2 days extra to recover, and if it's still not getting better, then I need to come back. But as said, I feel pretty good, so I think it's back to normal. Gonna not train tomorrow, and then on Thursday I'm gonna do start again. I had COVID. No, it's not COVID. It has nothing to do with COVID. I got pretty lucky. But my mother got COVID now, so she's hit pretty hard, so that really sucks. So now gotta see if she's getting better soonish or not. Oh, come on. Yeah, fuck it up. There you go. Yeah, thank you. I hope my mom is gonna recover. I mean, there's not a lot of things we can do besides waiting. So, yeah, she got the shots. She got 3 of them. So the normal vaccination and then the booster shot. Yeah, like from what she described, she feels like she has a cold. Like, which is kind of also usual during this time, just that she can't taste anything. So that's kind of bad, which is like a pretty big hint that it's probably COVID. What I find so interesting, like in my family, like my sister got it, my brother got it, and everyone, like, they're in the same household, they live in the same house because they're like still young. And my mother managed to dodge it every time and even nurse. Oh, come on. Stupid extinguisher. Nursed everyone and didn't get it. Like, she didn't catch it even though she was next to them twice after the booster shots and such. And now, out of nowhere, she got hit hard. Are you kidding me? I put the code 3 times in, and every time put the 4 in, and when I press a fucking 0. Okay, sorry. It just pissed me off. New mutation, probably? Yeah, I think so too. And I mean, when did she get her vaccination? I think it was like at the start of the year. Like most people did, like 9 months ago. Yeah. So I guess it's just because the effects are taking off. But yeah, I just hope that she recovers and that she will be fine. I mean, when I compare it to how it was for me and my wife when we got COVID, I mean, my wife just got like a snotty nose and had some throat pain. That was it. And when I got it, I had nothing. Like, I literally had nothing. I was just positive, sitting at home, still working, and I was so bored. I went to the basement and even worked out while I had COVID, and I had like, yeah, it's like nothing. Like, I don't feel anything. Like, I don't feel weird. I don't feel exhausted. So I was like, yeah, okay, I'm just gonna work out, I guess. So that was great. Hey, Depletion. Finally caught my stream. Yeah, I'm doing quite the late streams right now. It's the easiest time when daughter is sleeping. No interruption or anything. Jesus Christ, this prologue was horrible. Yeah. Like, my movement was sloppy, I couldn't do the throws properly. Now I even waited to just put the 0 first. But yeah. Started packing everything for the move in January. It's gonna be fun. So, second child will come in roughly a month. Then move a month later. A lot to do. Congrats, thank you. Yeah, then 2 kiddos. Then I'll probably be gone from the streaming world for a while. Damn, lots of stress, I mean. Yeah, that's how life is. I mean, I will still try to be here and there streaming. I'll still try to go to the marathons. At least the German ones, which are like close by. Because I definitely know I will probably sit out on ESA. It's kinda unfortunate, but traveling with 2 kids is a no. and going with family definitely is a no. So just gotta see how we'll do it. Hey Smokey, what's up? How are you doing? How's it going? Oh, come on, you stupid box. Will you properly stop aligning yourself, you piece of box. Of metal, I wanted to say, but I couldn't think of it. Family first, yeah, definitely. I mean, I decided to be a family man, so gotta take care of a family. I mean, the thing is, like, with streaming and just talking, like, I just go through all the thoughts I had for the day, and it just feels great to just talk and relax, play a bit of games, interact with people. It's like my ventil to just get everything out. Normally it would be training, but because I'm not allowed to train right now, it's just I feel like I'm becoming more aggressive with all the things that are piling up. You know, the worst shit with, like, compared to taking holidays and getting sick is just when you're sick you can't do shit. Like, when I think about it, like 3 days I was just sleeping, doing nothing, and just trying to recover after that. And it's like, oh hey, I'm finally regenerated, but I feel like I couldn't do anything, and it's like my to-do list just got bigger instead of lesser. So it's like, yeah, great. But it's alright. Just gotta do it one thing at a time. Like tomorrow, gonna disassemble the shelf. The old one we want to throw away. We're not gonna take that with us to the new apartment because it's, first of all, I got it from a friend, who's okay. So that shelf belonged to the friend's grandparents, and they had it for 15 years. And then because I had nothing when I started moving out, they gifted that to me. So it's like 20 years old now, and it's completely broken at this point. So I remember when we moved into this apartment and we tried to assemble it together, we had to put nails everywhere because it didn't hold anymore. Like, all the screws were super loose, like the holes were just like, you know, there's this, I don't know what it's called in English, but like where you need to kind of like do the shape so that the screw can be screwed in. That is like completely gone. Like they just go in and out and nothing holds. So we nailed everything together so that it's holding together, and we didn't bother since we moved in. So now for 4 years since we moved in, it's just standing like that. And yeah, of course I used tape. Yeah, I guess we could have used tape. But no, we're not gonna take that with us. We're just gonna throw it right into the trash. So our old shoe shelf is another thing, but it's like a shoe shelf I got from my grandparents because when we moved in here, a friend of mine didn't pay attention and just broke our old shoe shelf completely. Like, he just ripped all the wood apart because it didn't, you know. Okay, so he was stupid, but it's kind of funny as well. So instead of taking the shoe shelf from the bottom, like what you would normally do to make it easier, he for some reason thought it's easier to just squash it from the side with both of his hands, and then if he can't do that anymore, just take it with his grip from the top, and then just walk with that. And obviously he first of all he squashed it to the side, that made it bend, and then he ripped off the top part of a wood. So that was so stupid, but in the end we had to throw it away because it was just so broken. And yeah, I tried to fix it multiple times, so we were just like, throw it away. Just, I don't want to see that. And then I took the old one from my from my grandfather, and yeah, that is like super old as well. It's barely working, and no, I just want to get rid of it. Lots of tape. Speaking of tape, okay, so I'm a martial artist, and I don't know if you do that at home, but I like to roll over my bed, you know? Like, just roll over it, or flip over it, or do like a handstand and then just drop. I don't know why. Don't question me. I like to do that. I do that since I'm 13, okay? I love to do that. So one day I did that in my when I just moved out on my old bed, and I broke the wooden stick thingies. So I just sank in, and I don't wanted to buy a new one, so I just used duct tape to put it back together, and it worked. And like we had that bed for another year afterwards. So yeah, I agree that like you can fix most things with duct tape. Like it's so easy. Man, like I still love to do that or to talk about it. It was hilarious. But yeah, so like unfortunately, even in military, yeah, of course we use it there. It's like the fastest way to fix it because you can just tape, bam, done. Like there is even some kind of tape which is super sticky and super solid, which I use on planes. So if something breaks or if the shape is gone, they just tape it instead of just changing it, and it works for like another couple of flights. I don't know how many, but I saw videos about it and also people talking about it. Some YouTubers buying it and trying to use it in, you know, daily households and such, and just compare it to duct tape because it's like 4 times stronger or something. Yeah, there's some crazy shit you can do with that. I find it fascinating. But yeah, speaking of furniture, so there's still a lot of old furniture I have from my first apartment. We first wanted to throw all of that away, or like all of the old one. Like I bought a lot of used stuff, and I got a lot of stuff for free from my parents and some friends from the family who just gifted it away to me because it was my first apartment, so that was really cool. But it's all old. It's like 15 years old and older, and broken stuff, which is like halfway fixed. And I mean, I didn't care. I was just moving out and I had nothing. So I was like, yeah, I'll take whatever I can. And now we're taking all of that stuff into the new apartment. And I was like, yeah. Now, I mean, first we're taking everything because we don't have... First of all, we lost a lot of money buying the apartment. And second is like we have nothing if we move over. And with all the baby stuff happening as well and the moving, we said like, okay, we just take it first over, and then we slowly rotate them out and get all the proper stuff. Because like a friend of mine said, the only room which looks good in our apartment is the kids' room. Because for the kids' room we bought like, first of all, an entire set which fits in each other and is completely new, while everything else is like old shit I got for free. But I mean, if I think about it, like, if I was still living alone, I wouldn't even bother buying new stuff. I would have still lived with the stuff I have. Like, the only thing I normally... Okay, so the only thing I got newly is this table and the screen and everything, like my setup with the work and such. But besides that, I don't really bother. Like, I don't mind. I don't need the TV stand and such. Like, I got a TV because I wanted to watch TV, and I thought, like, maybe getting a TV which is not broken would be fine. Yeah, you can't beat free. Need more Wushu training stuff. Hey Gregor. I mean, I post some stuff on Twitter here and there. I haven't done a video yet, but maybe. I mean, I have a lot of recordings. Get all the new stuff. I hope we don't have to move out that soonish, Zone Magi, but... if we have to, then I wouldn't... Oh, let's run a solo. But if I have to buy new stuff, I will probably not do that, or wait until stuff is on sale. Yeah, I didn't get Infolink skip, I didn't get a good surf manufacturer. We can do this again. Yeah, exactly. I mean, the thing is, like, because you said, like, you can fix it, I already fixed it. And then I had to refix it. So it's just, you know, as I said, like with a shelf we have, like we nailed it together and we glued it together, and it's just so old. Like the wood is already falling apart because it's been so old. Yeah, I mean, as I said, like I don't need all the new fancy stuff, but you know, since it's the first own apartment we're buying, and I hope that we're gonna live there for quite a while, I think like it's worth just buying some new stuff, like for the new apartment, and then just leave it there for the next 20 years. Because then I can tell a story like, yeah, when we moved in, we bought that 20 years ago and it's still there and it's in good shape. Actually, screw the good shape. I don't think it will be in good shape because I have two little kids, and what I know from my siblings is that they're gonna draw on it, they're gonna break it, they're gonna throw stuff on it, so let's see how long it will survive, I guess. Oh, come on. Yeah. I mean, why is the code? I mean, I normally don't need that, as I said, normally I don't need that much furniture. I wouldn't even get that much furniture in the first place. Like, for me, I'm happy if I have my comfy bed and the working table and the kitchen and bathroom. That's it. But of course, I'm not living alone anymore. Like, I like the lifestyle of minimalistics, being minimalistic. Just having, like, the thought of having everything in a small bag and I can just move with that is so cool. I really, really like that. But obviously, since I became a father and since I'm having a family, this is not possible anymore. Which is one of the things which I guess not really freaks me out, but just like annoying me. Because it's like every time I look in any room, it feels like, why do we have all of this worthless crap? But it's like aesthetics, it's of course in some sort of ways useful, and it's just different. Like, if guests, for example, come over, they need a seat or a table where they can sit on, where we can drink tea and such. Of course, I can totally understand that. Like, maybe a comfy couch, put like the TV on with some background music and such. Like, as I said, I get all of these points. Oh, come on, what's going on with France? Yeah, like, I still have old couches too. No, everything good. I have to pay for it sooner or later. No, it's not their fault. It's their progress of development. They need to experience that, and they need to break stuff and understand consequences and rules through that. Yeah, I'm still sitting on the ball. There you go. Oh no, it's getting green screen. Okay, I can't show you. Sorry. I have this ball for 15 years now, which is crazy when I think about it. Invisible. That is a good one. But yeah, like when I think of my parents' place, for example, I mean, big family. We have like 5 younger siblings, and then my stepfather and my mother are living there. And I really hate being there. It's just so messy. I mean, I totally understand my mom. She's like having no time to take care of it, and my siblings are barely helping because they have like other troubles. And so it's just a stack pile of everything because my mom is thinking like, oh hey, this old thing, which can be maybe useful later once someone moves out. And I totally understand that. Like, oh, come on. Like, just having everything prepared for them so they can use it whenever they need it is not bad. But it's just so much, and it's like, oh, it freaks me out. I mean, at the same time, it's great. Because when I think about it, like, we went to my parents' place. I said like, yeah, we still need to get some toys for daughter. And my mom is like, hey, hang on, you don't need to buy shit. Let me go to the basement. And then my mom goes to the basement and gets like those 3 fucking big boxes of Lego and toys and wooden toys and I don't know. It was like, I was like, holy shit. Okay, yeah, we don't need to buy shit. Like very, like what I find so impressive is like because I mean, from an early age on, I was like a neat freak. I liked it to be clean, and so when I played with my toys, I also cleaned them. I also left them in a good state. My siblings did not, but that doesn't matter because some of them they never touched, and my mom still had like toys which I used when I was a kid, and they were like in good shape. And that was like insane to see, and I was like, holy moly, okay, this is great. Like, yeah, I don't need to buy anything, and these toys are still usable compared to like some others. But it's, you know what is kind of like cool to see? Like, I had some really old Transformers action figures, and of course some parts were missing, but there were like two of them which were completely fine, like everything from back then still fitting and working. And I was seeing it, and it's like, I don't know, like I was just instinctively taking that figure and I just transformed it and whatnot, and it was like, I still remember it. Like, of course, I mean, of course it's a fucking toy, like kid's toy, like it's not gonna be rocket science, but it's like, I was like, holy shit, nostalgia pure in that moment. I was like, damn. And when my daughter wanted to take it, I was like, no, you're not gonna break it. And gave her another toy and she was fine. Oh, it's just so funny.
rétinien fonctionne mal.
Franck est au deuxième niveau dans le labo technique. Faites vite. Les vies sont en
Yeah.
Eh ben, c'est pas trop.
There is need to balance between that and only having the bare. Yeah, of course. That's why I'm saying, like, I found my peace with it, kinda-ish.
Si c'est bien ce que je crois. Sans doute.
And start over, oh boy, you know, like what I do normally all 3 months, or what I did in the past every 3 months, I sorted everything out again and threw stuff away if I felt like I didn't need it. So I barely had a lot of clothes. Like if I didn't wear it, I just threw it away. And now I have tons of shirts, and I'm like, oh my god, I need to throw half of them away.
Vous avez fini? Parce que ça arrive maintenant à l'hélistation.
My grandma had stuff they used as children. That's crazy. Yeah. Oh. Now that you mention that, I remember my grandfather made like one of those super old school wooden puppets where you pull it on a string and then the arms and the legs flip up. I still remember it because it creeped me out as a kid, because my grandfather, he just took, you know, faces and clothes and whatnot from magazines, and they didn't fit at all. So it was like just a random collection with different arms, like you know, like a zombie stitched together, and it freaked me out as a kid. In any case, my mom just got it up when she was looking through those boxes, and I was like, holy shit, how did that thing survive? Like that's I don't know what age I was. I barely remember it. But I remember seeing that toy and it freaked me out. And when I saw it again, I was like, okay, this is like 28, 27 years old. And you can still see the images on that, from that magazine he cut out. And just, holy, can't believe it. Besides trash, yeah. I don't know, I don't like to keep a lot of stuff. I normally, oh, this is so bad. I normally gift it away, like my siblings took half of my shirts, for example, or old pants when they still fit. Yeah, that was too slow because I couldn't get the grenade, and then the alarm got triggered too early. But yeah. I mean, if I think about it, like my base or our basement is completely clean. There's nothing, which is why I made it a workout room. So there's only workout equipment and a sandbag and mats, because we have nothing which we need to store. Because of my habit of, if we need to store it, we can as well throw it away, because I'm pretty sure we're not gonna using it again. But yeah. You know, also, I don't know how it's for others, but for me, thinking about throwing those old shelves and stuff away, It makes me so excited and happy. I just don't want to have it anymore. I just want to get rid of it so badly. I'm really looking forward to it. Yeah, that's some hardcore shots I got there. The only thing that is upsetting, so as I said, I bought this table last year newly, and we managed to already break it like first because okay, so I mean it's on my own because we failed, or more like I failed to put it together properly, and I had to dismantle it 3 times, and at the third time something broke, and after I saw something off it broke, and then daughter managed to scratch off some of that wood and managed to tear it, so now it's like horrible already. But I don't care at this point anymore. I'm just like, yeah, this is fine as long as it's holding together. It still pisses me off because I've paid like 400 euros for it, for a new table, and now it's like, yeah, it's all down the drain because it's already broken. Did not read the IKEA instruction. It's not even an IKEA one, and I read the instruction. The problem was more like when I put it together, like the first time, everything fit, but because I'm using 3 32-inch screens, and an arm to hold the screens, the sockets for that arm are huge, so it's like almost as big as my palm to just make it stable on the table. And that wooden part in the back, which stabilizes the table, was like super small. Like it got in the way, so it wouldn't be able to hold the arm, which means I needed to take that wooden plank off and then saw it so that it fits. And so I did. So after putting it together, I dismantled it, I took it off, put it back together because I still needed to use the table. Then I cut it off, and then I had to dismantle it again. And the third time we put it together, I didn't pay attention, and the wooden plank, which was in between, fell off and ripped off the screws. So we just glued it together, and I'm like, yeah, whatever.
Mon amplificateur rétinien fonctionne mal.
Franck est au 2e niveau dans le labo technique. Faites vite. Les vis sont
Throwing away boxes.
Eh ben, c'est pas trop tôt.
I'll throw away because I might need it later when I'm selling them for insurance. Yeah, I see.
Content de vous voir, Francis. Mon amplificateur rétinien fait des siennes.
Yeah.
Vous pouvez le réparer?
What's your opinion about this revision mod? The revision mod is pretty cool. I like the reimagination in some parts, and I like also that they used HD textures and kind of fill out the possibilities with Unreal Engine. I mean, they didn't change that much when it comes to physics, but I like the new reimagination, basically. Hey, Arfanori. Yeah, I started to do the dual streaming now because of Twitch and issues with ads and such, and others getting like 100,000 ads and you can't fix it. Hey, Commander Shepard, what's up? I'm doing good. How are you doing? And just having an alternative, why not? The issue is, like, I was thinking, like, okay, because I'm using this tool called Restream.io, I can just stream to any platform, which is pretty cool. I like the idea. But the problem is, like, what other platform should I choose? There's literally nothing else besides Twitch and YouTube. So it's like, I guess I just stream to those 2 platforms, because there is no other real choices. I mean, Mixer? Hitbox? Do people still remember those? Still playing in French, yeah. The French version is still the fastest. Oh, certain Sanders.
Il n'a aucune augmentation, madame. Ce qui signifie qu'il n'est pas parmi les mercenaires qui nous ont attaqués.
But yeah.
Il savait par où entrer dans notre usine. Non.
I mean, do you really... I mean, isn't TikTok streaming more like IRL stuff? Or am I mistaken? Or do you really do gaming stuff there too? Like, all I know is like shitty dances and trends from TikTok. Isn't it like Snapchat, just that Snapchat is now for older people and TikTok is kind of like the new Snapchat or some shit like that?
Charge complete.
Oh, charge complete. So you run on Rocket Beans? Oh, cool. Which one?
Ravi pour vous. Le Typhoon
Can't stream to that? I can, but I don't have a TikTok account. I'm too old for that shit. The one that's quite old by now. Well, there are a lot of old ones. I hear Twitter is really good now, as long as you change your handle to Elon Musk. Please, no. Oh yeah, you can live stream to Twitter, but why would I do that? I mean, I guess you can do everything, but it's just, is that the platform, like, for gaming? I wouldn't say so. Ah, the Human oh, the old Human Revolution was nice. OCD, oh, vertical videos, yeah. Find them a bit annoying too. Rip Vine, oh shit. Do people even remember Vine? Been there 2,000 years ago. Or however that quote goes, I don't know. But I had to figure it out. Yeah, I know that Facebook gaming is a thing, but it's for some reason it blew up in Latin America for some reason. I don't know why, but yeah, it's pretty big there, Facebook gaming. But the UI is pretty shit, and you would need to make a fan page and such, and I don't even know who uses Facebook still. I mean, that's why I'm saying, like, maybe I'm too old, maybe I'm a dad. I'm a dad, definitely. But, I guess I'm just not interested in social media in general, which makes me kind of stay away from those kind of platforms. Which is why I wanted to always do things like YouTube or stream, on Twitch. But with all the issues on Twitch, it's like, yeah, where do you want to go? Oh no, never mind, there is no alternative, they all died. Yeah. Most minion memes. Big Z, what? Also, hey. I mean, to be fair, there is nothing you would lose. Like, I could stream on all of these platforms and just see how things go. Maybe it blows up, maybe not, doesn't matter. Like, what am I gonna lose? Maybe I get just one viewer there. But it's just one viewer, then who cares? So, I could do that, but at the same time, I guess I'm too lazy to set it up. Because, I mean, thinking about it, it could open multiple doors depending how it blows up. If you go for IRL, or if I want to do some Wushu stuff, or like IRL things and whatnot, or just talking with people, whatever. Could be many things besides gaming. Then you have the possibilities to do that. I mean, you have nowadays the same possibilities on Twitch since there are like categories for it. Back then they were not there. But the thing is, like, do you really want to go there? Like, I don't know. I'm fine just doing gaming. Is this little one old enough to start telling dad jokes? I mean, she can say a couple of words. But not many things yet. No sentences yet. No, it's the original version of Human Revolution, not the director's cut version. Ah, there you go. FPS limiter is off. We need that to do granny skip in a moment. Thinking about it.
Was? Was war das denn? Warum konnte er auf einmal nicht mehr springen?
Oh, me being upset. This can be little one speech from Deus acted already teaching her. Is it easier to speedrun RTS or FPS? I mean, both have their own difficulties. Like, FPS is more movement heavy, while RTS is like super heavy on management everything. Like, especially old ones, or even new ones. Hey, come on, I couldn't get granny skip at all. That's so stupid. Guess I can just do it normally then. Oh well. Yeah, I forgot to put them all on the same value. I don't know why I made the cost different. It makes no sense. And I wanted to add some more. I need to think about that next time. But yeah, with RTS speedrun,
Spill my drink.
nice. With RTS speedrunning, you need to do multiple things at the same time, and you need to make sure that it works. If you make a small mistake, like you lose one unit too many, or one unit didn't get produced, then you're pretty screwed. Or like if you do riskier strats where
man.
where one unit needs to hit a trigger in an RTS and it dies before it hits it, then you just need to repeat that step, and that could lose you tons of time. Or if you're low on resources and you think you are fine with your troops and you start attacking, and you are not, then you also fuck up the entire mission and then you lose time. So there are like different difficulties, especially when you want to do an RTS really quickly. It is harder, I guess. I don't know if I would say harder, but it's because movement-based stuff sometimes, of course, is hard as well. But it's draining, I would say. Like if I think of Tiberium Sun, the more attempts I did, the more tired I got, because you have too many things to think of and do at the same time. Build your base, go and destroy the free enemy bases and units, make sure that you don't lose your units, make sure that you fulfill the mission and all that stuff. Yeah, fuck this one. It is pretty hard, tough. But here, like for example, like, I mean, maybe it's also because I've done it for a while, but it's like pretty straightforward. The movement is gonna be the same, and you still gonna do the same steps. Like, of course you do that in RTS as well. It's mostly just the same repetition, but I would say RTS is harder, but just because it feels more draining. Yo, pet. What's up? How are you doing? How's everything for you?
Richard? Richard?
Okay. A lot more different things to remember if you... Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that is a good comparison. Like, when I think about it, like, I can do Human Revolution with ease, and muscle memory will do most of the things. Like, I just see parts of the map, or where I'm sprinting right now, and I know, oh yeah, muscle memory will make me turn there. I don't need to think about it. Like, it will be done automatically, while in an RTS I still need to pay attention where I put my building, where I place my units, that I put them in aggressive mode, that I make sure that on the minimap everyone actually died and they did their job and stuff. But it also depends on the map. Some maps are just tough as fuck, like where you need to do everything at the same time, and one mistake slows you down by like multiple minutes. And while on other maps it's like, oh yeah, it's piece of cake, just place the building there and you're good to go. Oh damn, I survived. Yeah, this was bad start, but it's okay, I'll take it. Just got a bit on my mind, I see. Yeah, I'm feeling better. Lung infection is mostly over, I would say. Like, still a bit of coughing here and there and a sour throat, but not as horrible as before, with fever and suddenly starting to shiver and just lying in a corner. Well, not really lying in a corner, just lying in bed, but just shivering like crazy. Like, on Saturday I finally had my first night of proper sleep again. That was great. Like, no sweating, no feeling cold, no shit like that. Just, I slept, wake up, and I'm like, oh, I had some proper sleep. It was terrible. I first thought it was just a cold, you know? I was just coughing, my throat hurt, I was like, yeah, okay, it's just, I feel a bit sick and weak, it's fine. And then it got worse, and then I got random shivering attacks, so I'm like, okay, that's fear, but still fine. And then suddenly I started to spit slime like a Pokemon. I was like, okay, that's not cool. So I went to the doctor, and then he's like, oh hey, you have a lung infection. And I'm like, fuck. I was not allowed to train. I couldn't do anything. Just sleep, take the medicine. Like Pokemon, yeah. Yeah, isn't I'm pretty sure. Okay, I haven't done I don't have a Pokemon in mind, but there is this one, I don't know the English word one, which is just coughing all the time. That was literally me, just with slime at the end. And I'm pretty sure there is, in some newer version of Pokemon, there is a Pokemon which just spits slime, okay? But I haven't played anything besides Gold and Silver and then a bit of Ruby and Sapphire. So that is where I stopped playing Pokemon. Second try, but whatever. I'll take that. But yeah. My Pokemon times are over. But speaking about it, so I was watching some Nintendo stuff. I don't know, maybe because I have the Switch, but I don't even use it besides Ring Fit. I mean, I don't see the point. I don't like Nintendo stuff in the first place. But then I saw Super Mario 3D World. And for some reason I was like, I want to play that shit. It looked so fun. I don't know why. Like, I watched a run from Recalled, and I was like, this looks fun. I want to play that. I haven't had that in a very, very long time. Where I see a game, I'm like, oh, I need to play it. But for some reason, that one shook me up and was like, yeah, okay. So I tried to look around. I look at the price and it's like 50 bucks and I'm like, fuck no. When I asked my siblings if they don't have it. However, they said like, oh hey, I still have it on what is it called? On the Wii U, so I could just borrow it and play it there. Oh no, there is a bot on YouTube. This is the first time I'm seeing a bot in a very long time. I mean, I guess Twitch got rid of it, kinda. Like, never has anything on sale. Yeah, that is the other. I mean, that is the other thing. Like, Super Mario 3D World is an old game from the Wii U. And they're fucking selling that for full price. Like, no. like even with the emulator stuff, they are like, oh yeah, pay 15 bucks for this old emulator, which you can get for free on the internet. But hey, we are Nintendo. We suck dicks. I really dislike Nintendo. Original, yeah. Could you tell how you joined AGDQ? I mean, my first time when I went to GDQ was in 2015. I mean, I didn't do anything differently compared to others. I just submitted my games with Deus Ex, Human Revolution. Did I do Tomb Raider during that time? No, I don't think so. Invisible War, The Fall. Yeah, I remember submitting those. And then Human Revolution got in. So I was like, okay, cool, let's go to America. So I started exchanging dollars. Because, well, back then I was not sure if I can pay by a credit card. Because when I was living in Dublin, that was not a possibility. So I was like, yeah, okay, let's get some American freedom. So I exchanged that and prepared. I got my visa and then I went to America. Just flew over and I was like, yeah, let's see how America is. And that's how I went to my first GDQ in 2015. I mean, was it special? I mean, I was at ESA before, but it was definitely different. It was like suddenly this huge stage, like filled with people, and you just hanging out and running around, meeting a lot of American friends. That was really cool. I enjoyed that. We did a lot of Warcraft 3 in the practice room, which was fun. And besides that, just hanging out, going to the Mall of America, just chilling. That was pretty cool. And my run went fine as well. So there were like no big issues. Sitting there with the crowd, just letting everyone sit and chill. And yeah, I had a really good time. I had my fun there. Yeah. I can't remember. Oh, there was one thing that is like, or actually two things. It's like on 2016 when I went there for the other GDQ, I realized it more, but on 2015 I realized it. So first of all, there was this weird thing of fan culture. I mean, I guess it's an American thing because I've seen it there only. Like, I haven't seen that at ESA. Flag. I think that was 2016, though, Maggie. I'm not sure right now, but I think it was 2016. But yeah, so when there were some bigger speedrunners back then, I don't remember the names. And even if they were doing Mario and Zelda, so not my cup of tea. Oh, come on. I can't take it. I'm just kidding. So, as I said, like, these big streamers were running around. Cyrano was there, for example, and I was chilling with Cyrano just talking, and there were like random people coming to him. I mean, Cyrano back then was like huge compared to now. Like, I mean, obviously with the years and people leaving the platform. But it was like fucking huge. He had like 3,000, 4,000 viewers every time. And we were just hanging around, chilling, talking about speedrunning. And then there were like random people coming and they just hang around him and they just wanted his attention and interrupted our conversations. And then they offered him to buy him food and drinks, and I found that so creepy. I was like, okay, is this normal? But yeah, then later on we just talked a bit. Those people came in, and then afterwards they just left. Like, Cyrano left with those people, because suddenly there were not only one or two, there were like 5 or 6, and all of them wanted his attention and offered him food and buying drinks and whatnot. And I was like, okay, guess I'll leave and you have your fun. And then they just left. And that was like with others too, like this Mario runner back then, who was like super big, like people running around with his with his merchandise, like offering the same, like, where that was the weirdest thing. There were two fans arguing and fighting each other who's gonna pay for everyone. Like, what the really weird. It was definitely a weird experience, and I just stamped it as America culture or fan culture there. As I said, I haven't seen that at an ESA or any other event. Like, everywhere you go, people are just like friendly, just talking and chilling with you. I mean, okay, actually, there was one other occasion which was hilarious, but I'll mention that later, because it has nothing to do with speedrunning. But yeah, really weird. And then there was another occasion. There was like a runner for a SNES game, and there was a troll or a harasser who didn't like that runner, and he came all the way to GDQ just to annoy him during practice, like turning his console off and whatnot, until the guard had to throw him out. And he literally, before he gets thrown out, he's like, yeah, I just came here to do that and I succeeded. And I was like, dude, what is your fucking problem? That guy is just playing video games. Chill. Like, what in the fucking hell is this? What are those people? That's why I'm saying it's like, it's at America. I haven't seen that at any other event. It was like first time going to America, and I see those crazy batshit people and fans, and I'm like, okay, this is weird. This is indeed weird. I'm Fiber TV. Yeah, that was my experience. And in 2016, the fan thing happened again. I was once again chilling with Cerno. Then people came, and I was like, yeah, okay, just do your fan service thing. And he was like, yeah, sorry, guess my fans love me. And oh my god, it's like, seriously, it felt so creepy. He's saying like, yeah, I guess my fans love me, and they're like, oh, I'm like, yep, time to leave. There's a big party mentality in the background of GDQ. Big party mentality? What do you mean? Also, oh yeah, that is another observation, which if I compare it to ESA, people are there more like clique. So if you don't belong to a group, you can't go along. Like I remember, it wasn't with Serum, it was with another FPS runner, I forgot, and they just wanted to go somewhere. And I was like, oh yeah, can I hang out? And then they were like, yeah, sorry, you're not part of the community, so fuck off. And I was like, okay. Like, I knew the persons there. Like, I knew 2 people there, but I was not allowed to hang out because I was not part of a gang. So I was like, guess I'm chilling somewhere else then. And so I chilled with other people instead. But it's like, you see that very often there. Like, people of groups hang out and then they're like, oh, hey, my group is gonna do that, so I'm gonna join them. Sorry, Hanky, have fun. And I'm like, yeah, sure, no worries. Of course, there were like some groups which invited me basically, which was cool. So they kind of said like, yeah, you're part of the gang now. I'm like, sure thing, I guess. That was so fucking smooth. Did you see that? I just realized the box was the barrel was completely aligned on the tire with the throw. Holy shit. This run sucks. Had a single night of not being drunk and partying at. Ah, that's what you mean. Party. Ah, that's what you mean with party. Yes, yes, definitely. There were always complaints that people are too loud because they're noisy drinking and such. I remember one day people with Snowy, Shedex, and some other people, they came into our room to get drunk and play a card game, like a card drinking game. And I was just, oops, I was just tired, so I said like, yeah, just play the game. I'm just gonna lie on bed and fall asleep. And so I just fall asleep next to them, and they just continued playing the card game. I didn't mind. Like I was like, yeah, sure, go for it. I don't mind. That was pretty fun. Well, from what I remember. I just remember at some point they were gone, and I woke up and I was like, oh hey, let's go and see who's awake. That was also 2015.
Malik, cache-toi vite, maintenant.
Pourquoi? Qu'est-ce qu'il y a?
Ils sont ici. Les mercenaires qui ont tué Megan et son équipe.
Merde.
J'y vais.
Well, I just wanted to say, where's my box? Yeah, the movement in the gang territory is one of my favorites. I love it. Now I can't see anything. That's such tricky. Can I fix it? No, I can't. I didn't load the lower part, so yeah, I can't see anything. I guess I can do another attempt. Also, I can ban that bitch bot on YouTube. How does it even work? Remove? Oh, block. It's so weird. I never used the chat system. Oh wow. That feeling when there are more Xbots on YouTube writing you than actual people. So fucking hilarious. Can't believe it. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I totally like that too. Like, I can totally understand it. We were hanging out, playing Jackbox, doing all kinds of shit, just eating. I mean, if I think of 2014 ESA, when the event finished and everyone went, like, literally everyone who was there went to the lake, get drunk and have fun, and it was fucking fun. Like, I don't drink, but I was just joining and we were having conversation, and it was great. Like, listening to music and such, it's fun. Yeah, I mean, that's the beauty of events. You just go there, you don't know anyone, and then afterwards you know everyone. Like, 2014, when I went to ESA for the first time, I knew a couple of people, and I was stranded in Stockholm, and suddenly I knew 9 people. And when I arrive at the event, I barely know people there as well, and suddenly everyone is a friend. Everyone is like talking and hanging out and watching speedruns and playing games, poker, whatsoever. It was awesome. It was fucking amazing. I love that. The only thing I guess I kind of miss, but that is just, I mean, it's not actually thinking about it. No, what I wanted to say is not true. So what I wanted to say is like, I miss that small event feeling, because that's where you bound a lot, but that's also not true. Like on the big events, it happens as well. And besides, there are smaller events which happen, like Speedrun, for example. Like if you compare it to the old ESA, it's basically there. Or BSG, like the Benelux Gathering, like they're literally like currently still the solo size like what ESA was, and that is amazing. I love it. And also, like, if I think of Hackathon was like the best example. It's like a small group of friends, of speedrunners, some even I didn't know, and you just meet there and hang out, and it's so chill, it's so fun. Like, I remember everyone going together to the German restaurant eating, and we were just like chilling, and we were like bombarding that restaurant with 40 people just hanging out. It's amazing, it's great. And this is what makes those events memorable and also fun. Just hanging out with people and meeting some new people and just chilling and talking with them.
Des vies sont en jeu.
Eh ben, c'est pas trop tôt. Vous êtes resté coincé dans un conduit de ventilation en venant ici?
Like, if I think about it, like if there is one job I could switch, like while I like being a programmer, I would probably go into this kind of like event entertainment direction, because I really like that, and I don't mind talking. I like to do presentations. This is something which feels natural to me.
Votre affichage rétinien est bon pour le service.
But obviously at this point I can't do that anymore. It just, first of all, I don't want to travel that much. I can't do that because of a family. And also the payment is not that great.
Parce que ça arrive maintenant à l'hélistation.
Je sais. Des intégristes se sont introduits dans notre usine et ils ont pris des otages.
Yeah.
Peut-être que cette fois vous sauverez quelqu'un.
C'est votre jour de chance. Je vais faire comme si je n'avais rien entendu.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with that. But the best Deus Ex game to speedrun, why the first one from too fast? I mean, both, for me, Human Revolution, Deus Ex, and Mankind Divided are great speedruns. The thing is, like, just what you want to focus on. Like, Deus Ex is tons of fun because it's glitch heavy, and you just combine small, like, you chain up all the glitches together, and you save so much time by doing that. It's so cool. I really enjoy that. Human Revolution is more movement-based and, like, physics-based, but it's still fun if you do the boosts, for example, going like an entire level, or just moving through your enemy lines by manipulating the AI and they're not seeing you, and that is so much fun. Like Deer Bowlers or here even, where you just don't get, or where you don't get that much damage and you just pass by, or like skip triggers like this. It's fun. Or like in Mankind Divided, which is kind of like a mixture of Human Revolution and Dishonored with a dash, and you just go out of bounds and just break the game completely.
Richard, je suis dedans. Ça a bien marché par la porte.
Ravi pour vous. Le Typhoon est dans les labos d'ajustage. Il y a un ascenseur qui y mène juste après les labos de montage.
Like always, like every game has their own mechanic, or basically depending on the engine mechanic, which you can use over and over. And that's what makes it fun. Like, if you run another Unreal game after Deus Ex, like, some of the glitches are still there because they're physics-based or because they're engine-based. Like, safe loading is broken in every Unreal game. If you know about it, you can abuse it.
Vous devrez pirater la porte manuellement. Terminé.
And it also depends on the mood. Sometimes I feel like running X, and next time I feel like running Y, and so on. It's not always like, I'm only running this game, because I wanna run this game. Speaking of that, I still want to finish learning Metal Gear Rising. And I feel like going to do some Red Alert 2 runs again. Maybe even Tiberian Sun. I haven't touched Tiberian Sun in a very long time. I think like 2 years ago at a marathon I did a run. I even set up the emulator and so on. Jesus Christ. Setting up the emulator was such a pain in the ass. But it works, and now you can use it at marathons. Yeah, even Invisible War and The Fall have interesting stuff. Yeah, I totally forgot about them, because when I was learning and running them, they were not that interesting during that time, because they were just simple. It was simple, move over and that's it. But if you look at The Fall with a controller cutscene, skippy, whatever you call it, like just skipping spawn points and going faster and skipping dialogues, or in cutscenes moving out of a level, it's so amazing. Or even Invisible War, that it has clipping now. I mean, it had it before, but it was just so unpredictable, and it is great. Also with the mod that it runs smoothly, so you don't have to worry about like the crashing issues. Like back then, having fun like waiting for 30 seconds in a loading screen. Like now it's like 3 seconds and it's perfect. Also, Yo, what's up? How are you doing? I guess you're having your night shift right now. Oh, come on. Ah, my cursor was on the cancel button.
Adam, qu'est-ce qui se passe? Quelle est votre situation?
Sanders est mort. Mais il ne savait pas pour l'augmenter ou le Typhoon. Il y a quelqu'un d'autre derrière tout ça.
Merde. Bon, vous feriez bien de revenir. Il y a un toit terrasse sur le bâtiment administratif. Farida vous prendra là-bas.
Et pour les otages, voulez-vous que je...
On ne peut plus rien pour eux. Le SWAT n'a pas pu les sauver.
Meh, nah, not a great start. I'll go with this for now and see how far we get. First day of the weekend. Oh, cool. Nice. Yeah, are you planning to go into one of the events? I mean, you planned in 2016, but then you couldn't do it, or couldn't come to ESA. It was really unfortunate. But do you plan to go somewhere in the future? I mean, Sui was there this year. I was so fucking hyped when I saw him in person. Like after 10 years, like suddenly there's Sui. It was like, holy shit, it's so cool. It kind of makes me sad thinking about all the events I'm gonna miss, but that's gonna be totally fine. Something small like BSG? Hell yeah. I mean, BSG is just 2.5 hours away from me. If it's still at the same location, but I can't... Which location is it even? It's not Utrecht anymore. I mean, it hasn't been in Utrecht for a while. The annual was at that hotel place, but I don't know if it always happens there, or if it's just the annual event. So, gotta check that. But yeah, it happens now. If I remember, I mean, they moved it from every 2 months to every 3 months, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I would need to check. I mean, I'm in the Discord anyways. Just haven't seen what's going on there for a while. But yeah, do you plan in general just to go to ESA, for example, or something like SpeedCon? Which is, I guess, not too far if you think of flying over to Berlin and just taking the train for half an hour. I mean, there are like a couple of events happening anyways. Just need to find a way to get there. Also, it's still curious to see how things evolve with Corona and all that nonsense. I don't know really. Yeah, don't worry about it. I was just curious in general.
Patron, j'ai le relais neural. On dirait qu'il a été modifié avec une sorte de disque chimio-organique. Pritchard devrait y jeter un coup d'œil.
Non, ne l'apportez pas ici.
Yeah, fair enough.
Vérification.
I mean, if you have some new things to do or figuring out where you're gonna work,
S'il s'agit d'une
I
technologie
can
militaire,
obviously understand that you have different prioritizations when thinking of, which event should I go? I mean, as I said, like, I won't be able to go to any of the big events next year. Maybe some smaller events for the weekend, gotta see, but nothing big.
Jensen, j'ai un message pour vous. D'une de vos anciennes collègues.
Jesus Christ, I'm getting a lot of damage. I don't like that.
Jenny, qu'est-ce qu'il voulait?
Elle a dit qu'elle aurait besoin d'un coup de main si vous pouviez aller
Oui.
jusqu'à Grand River Road.
My sprint got eaten because I landed on a car.
Ravi de vous revoir parmi nous. Je n'ai pas l'intention de devenir votre secrétaire personnel.
Si tu veux mon avis, c'est la faute.
Vous êtes où, Jensen? Je n'ai pas toute la nuit.
Bonjour, Pritchard. J'arrive à mon appartement.
Bonjour, Pritchard.
Branchez le relais neural sur votre ordinateur. J'ai créé une ligne sécurisée et j'interviendrai à distance.
Vous avez accès à mon ordinateur personnel?
Qui a configuré vos systèmes de sécurité, d'après vous?
Madame, ici David.
Laissez-moi deviner.
Alright.
Pas tout de suite. Richard a trouvé comment ils ont pu infiltrer notre réseau. Il y a un signal permanent qui provient de Derelictro.
L'intérêt.
Notre ami serait passé pour un militant anti-augmentation. Et quelle meilleure cachette.
Yeah, I ran out of topics to talk about.
D'accord.
I'm just gonna kinda-ish focus on what I'm doing, I guess. Oh, also, I guess I'm getting tired. Yeah, I mean, gonna make a smile last attempt and then time for bed.
Pourquoi tu m'as pris un client à Derelictro?
Jensen,
Qu'est-ce que vous voulez, Francis?
vous savez pourquoi je vous contacte?
Le signal qui ridiculise votre système de
Oh,
réseau.
Deus.
Ce truc laisse une backdoor ouverte dans notre réseau. Aucun de nous n'est en sécurité tant que vous n'aurez pas débranché l'antenne qui émet ce signal.
Si ça peut vous faire plaisir.
Yeah. Might still work. Let's see. Hey, Holty. What's up? How are you doing? How's it going? On-site events next year, yeah. I mean, I'm not just sure if it's the big annual one or if it's like smaller weekend ones. Oh, come on. Oh. Okay, never mind, I said.
Patron, est-ce que la backdoor est toujours
I didn't expect that to work.
Bien joué. Franck m'a dit que c'était réglé. Alors maintenant, c'est le tour des salauds qui nous ont attaqués. Farida, vous êtes prête?
Paré à décoller, patron. Jensen, tu me reçois?
5 sur 5.
Reste près de l'antenne. Pritchard m'a envoyé les coordonnées. Je vais passer te prendre.
But yeah. Gotta check if I can find time to go to BSG then. We'll see. Oh no, I didn't get it. I saw it though. That's fine.
Monsieur Jensen, votre limousine est avancée. T'es prêt?
Ouais, allons-y.
Super. Détroit local, ici Bravo Echo Echo 008 de Sarif Industries. Poursuivons le plan de vol.
Hey, not bad, just 0.8 seconds. Well, things could have been smoother. It's
Vous avez
okay.
l'adresse de cette usine?
Je n'ai qu'une zone de recherche, Jensen. Alors explorez-la et fouillez tout ce qui vous semble sortir de l'ordinaire.
Malik, cache-toi vite, maintenant.
Pourquoi? Qu'est-ce qu'il y a?
Ils sont ici. Les mercenaires qui ont tué Megan et son équipe.
Merde.
J'y vais.
Have you dealt with Deus Ex, knowing its history even once? What exactly do you mean? You mean like playing it casually? I mean, I've played it casually as a kid, but I never really finished it as a kid. So, besides the speedrun, I haven't finished it, and I barely remember what I did as a kid. I just remember I was shitting my pants when I was going through catacombs. It was scaring the shit out of me. But yeah, besides that, I have not a lot of knowledge about Deus Ex when it comes to the base game or the history and such. Like, I know some of the memes and so on because of speedrunning, but I never played casually. I tried to, or I played the Nameless mod casually. It's fun. Yo, Schneehund, what's up? How are you doing? How's it going?
Jensen, comment ça se passe de ton côté? Ces soldats viennent de filer sans demander leur...
You watched me at speed. Our rocket beans. Glad to hear and cool to hear that.
Putain, au cas où ça chaufferait. Tu vas bien?
Ça va.
Glad you enjoyed it.
Passe-moi ça, Riff.
How are you? I'm doing better. My lung infection seems to be over, so yay. I have still a bit of coughing here and there, but I don't need to take medicine, and I didn't burst in flames, I guess, so I'm fine. Yeah, so tomorrow I'm still recovering, and then on Thursday I have to work again.
T'es prêt à partir d'ici, Jensen?
Ouais. Ramène-nous au quartier général.
J'espérais que tu dirais ça. Monte et accroche-toi.
Holy shit, I still lost so much time there. The soul of the DNA. Yeah, I need to add that as a sound alert, because everyone knows it.
Jensen, j'ai besoin de vous parler.
But yeah, as said, I need to remember
Très bien, Francis. Mais je dois d'abord faire mon
to add that and also make the costs on Twitch evenly for the sound alert.
Excusez. Mais
Tenez, c'est pour vous. Hein?
I did not check if BioWare releases stuff for Mass Effect Day. Mass Effect Day? What is Mass Effect Day? Is it like the release day of
je devais...
Mass Effect and they do stuff in regards to it?
Je ne connaissais pas ce côté
Or how do I have to think about it?
Pas lèche-cul, Francis.
November 7th.
C'est juste que j'adore vous.
Wasn't that yesterday?
10 minutes, Jensen.
In 70. Oh, okay.
Que vous...
But yeah, what is making so special about the Mass Effect Day? Also, I have the Legendary Edition of Mass Effect. I wanted to play for that. Since I never played the first and the second one, I only played the third one and everyone hates me for playing the inferior version. And I still like 3, so I guess I would like the others too. Like one of the doctors say, you may have to make two. I guess there are a lot of good sound alerts, just need to figure out which ones to take. Like S1's Roman Gold. Still need to cut that out from Age of Empires. Ah, okay, it's just a fun day for... Okay, fair enough. I totally get that then. It sounded to me like it's some sort of release day where they make special announcements specifically in regards of Mass Effect. Getting you Andromeda 2 or some shit. Well, I heard. I don't know if it's mostly patched now, but I heard like mixed opinion about Andromeda back then. People, some loved it, others hated it, so no idea.
Malik, des nouvelles de Pritchard?
Yeah, okay, I see.
J'étudie le plan de l'immeuble de taille
Okay.
médicale.
Parfait. Il faut que je puisse avoir...
Yeah, that sounds cool.
un signal de sécurité.
I mean, I think it's nice that they
Réalisez qu'il y a un gros obstacle entre vous et la ville haute.
do something for the community still. Interact with them, just say like, hey, here's possible future content. Because how many companies do that nowadays? I mean, actually, a lot of companies still do that just to, you know, get a hype train going before they release the next No Man's Sky. Yeah, I see. Yeah, like I hear like people did not enjoy the story, but they loved the gameplay and the action-based stuff.
Dans un ascenseur qui mène au Pango.
So it sounds good. Maybe one day I'll try it. I mean, I still have quite a huge list to go through.
Entretien le stockage. Cherchez un autre ascenseur quand vous y serez. Il vous amènera directement à la tour.
If you go into it with expectations from Mass Effect 1 to 3. Yeah, okay, I see. As I said, like, I liked playing for Mass Effect 3. It was tons of fun. Just, I guess, unfortunate for not knowing the character development and everyone and what's so special about them and so on. But even without that, like, the characters you knew and some who sacrificed themselves and such, it was, like, still, like, ah, my feels.
Salle de très haute sécurité. C'est quelques niveaux au-dessus du palier où votre ascenseur s'arrête. Mais les premiers couloirs que vous traverserez...
Hey Convex, I mean I'm mostly fit again, just small coughs here and there, but hey, my lungs are not burning anymore, and hey, I'm not spitting slime anymore, and hey, I'm not shivering to my death. So, yeah, I'm doing good. How are you doing? Just my mother got COVID, so that kind of sucks. Free a lot, just a lot of decision outside of that question. I barely remember what was happening at 3. I just remember running through the Citadel, sometimes being confused of not knowing what to do. And sometimes I hated the decisions I did because I thought they were the good ones, and then there were bad ones where I killed my companions. Like, I guess is it this... No! Ah, you idiot! Health bar. No. Yeah, okay. Yeah, now it's dead. Oh. You stupid moron. You needed to heal yourself. And then I can't even do the boost. Okay. But I remember in 3 there is like the spider cave at the end. And I did not kill the spider, and then the other frog-like guy just died and got sacrificed, and I was like, yikes, that's not what I wanted. Thank you very much, Convex. Yeah, hope the best will happen. Oh well. Hey, I mean, we got to Upper Taiyong Medical. I can't talk. Upper Taiyong Medical. So that's making me very happy. Progress. Even when it's small. Regardless, I'm depressed. Yeah, there could be more deeper things. I mean, that is what I... not criticized, but which I would have loved to see in... Dragon Age Origin as well. Anyways, thanks for watching, thanks for joining in, hope you enjoyed it. I'll be back whenever, I have no idea. But yeah, have a good day, stay healthy, and see you next time. Bye bye.